Right, so I was setting up the lambing barn and went to go and check the sheep, as you do, not thinking too much of it. Anyway, loads of them have spat out loads of lambs. Trying to make it a bit smarter than I normally do. Oh, bloody hell. Put the spike through the fucking feeder. Right, anyway, I'm going to carry on. I just thought I'd update you, and I will see you in the field when we're getting them in. I'm going to be fuming. But nevertheless, sad to report that the ram didn't make it. I put it out of its misery, essentially. It's quite late. Only just starting Friday because it's been a manic day. However, we have new little lammies. Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gents. It's Monday. And it's another gorgeously sunny, wonderful, beautiful day. Now, to those of you that live in the UK, you all know how just wonderful it is when the sun comes out. I mean, it is just gorgeous. Slightly windy, but nevertheless, the sun's out. And that is a very good sight. Although we do need a little bit of rain, I must admit, because we need to get the grass to grow. So a little bit of rain would be nice, and not so cold during the nights would be quite nice. But beggars can't be choosers. We'll enjoy the sun while it's here and make the most of it. So this week, or Monday to be precise, I've got a couple of jobs to do that aren't farming really, but I might just time-lapse them, which is tidying up my garden, probably my mum's garden, doing a load of mowing, and probably a load of strimming, maybe a bit of hedge cutting. Just a load of boring stuff, really. Boring maintenance that everyone has to do, whether you just have a house and a garden or whether you have a farm and a garden. Nevertheless, it's the same thing that you would do, really. So I've got that to do. I have also got to sort out some feed troughs for some sheep, and then I might do some rolling later if I've got time. I really need to do it because it's getting too dry and it's not going to do much, and I just need to do it because it's a mess. So anyway, I am heading back up to the yard because I just took the battery down to the macro. So once I'm up there, we will just get into this garden tidying shit that I don't really want to do, but we have to do. So anyway, I'll see you up there. Good morning, it's Tuesday. Didn't get a lot done yesterday farming wise, but did get my garden done. I'll put a picture on the screen now. But as you can hopefully see, a bit of a before and after, if I've managed to do that. But anyway, that was quite productive. Obviously, it's my child's birthday in May, and we're having a big party, so hopefully the garden will be a lot nicer, and it'll probably be terrible weather and it'll all be for nothing. But nevertheless, we've done it. So what am I doing today? This morning I'm walking down to get my macro from the field. Beautiful sunny day. Once again, blessed with the nice weather. Hopefully it starts. I brought the battery down the other day, put that back on. I'm hoping I haven't left something on and it's drained the battery, because if I have, I'm going to be fuming. But nevertheless, sad to report that the ram didn't make it. I put it out of its misery, essentially, because it was never going to get better. Well, you can never say never, but from my experience, he's been down a week. It wasn't. At the very start of the week, he was very happy, still eating, still drinking, but he slowly was deteriorating, and it's not fair to just keep them alive for longer than is necessary if they're in pain or aren't going to make a recovery, because what's the point? It's better to be humane than inhumane, if that's the right way. So I did that last night. Again, not a very nice thing to do. I've obviously humanely dispatched things before, but I don't think anything's quite touched me as much as that one. Purely just because he was so with it for such a long time, and I don't think he ever wanted to give up, but he did eventually, which I think just hit a little nerve. But there we go. So that's going to be collected at some point today or tomorrow, and we move on. Obviously, I've got to set up the lambing barn because the sheep are due to lamb any minute, and I am not at all organised like usual, which is always fun. So the question is, did I leave something on? Hopefully not. No, I did not. So with any luck, it'll start. We'll find out in a second. Anyway, on that note of the ram and everything else, I like a wet wipe. It's not really a wet wipe, but in some parts of society they would say you are. I had a complete cry to my partner because these things get to you, you know. There's no point beating around the bush about it. It's a harsh reality of what we do, and I know some people are like, all these activists and shit, they're all like, well, they're only going to end up dead anyway, blah de blah de blah. But look, it's never a nice thing. It's never a nice thing to do that, and you know, it's fine to be upset after. I think, you know, there's such a huge suicide rate in agriculture and farming and other industries as well, but I think it's important that you've got that at least one person that you can go if you've had a shit day, you've had a terrible day or a real emotional day, or you've lost something or whatever, that you've got that one person that you can confine in and not be alone, because, you know, it can be very lonely, it can be very stressful. You know, you have one bad day, but it brings out everything that you're struggling with, not just that one ram. You know, there's so many more struggles in this industry that that one day can trigger the whole lot. But anyway, we're not going to get down about it. We're going to have a good day. So I am going to make my way back up to the top if this starts. Yes, it did. So I'm going to make my way back up to the top where, what have I got to do? I've got a couple of jobs to do, and then I think I'm going to do some more of the garden. And then later on I've got to go rolling, because otherwise it's going to be pointless. It's going to be too dry. I've got at least one field that I definitely need to roll, because it's had horses in it in the winter, which has made a right mess, as you could probably imagine. I'm not a big fan of horses. I think they do terrible stuff to the ground. They're just pure compaction and just make a right mess, which isn't nice, but there we go. So anyway, I'm going to head back up there, and I will see you guys in a little bit, with any luck. So I'll catch up with you then. Also, while we're on that sensitive subject that we were on a second ago, listen, men, mainly men, this is aimed mainly at guys, men, young men. Listen, don't be ashamed of feeling emotions. Don't be ashamed of feeling depressed or having a bad day or needing to have a cry, because you know what? As time is moving on, it's becoming more and more aware that, you know, men can feel emotions the same as women, same as anyone else, and there's this massive stigma that there shouldn't be, because, you know, people that I went to school with, that were in my classes, people that I were friends with at school, have killed themselves, you know, and that's the harsh reality of this whole stigma and everything else, that there are genuine people, you know. I can think of one that I went to school with that killed himself, and you just think there can't be this stigma, you know. And it's not just young men, it's old men as well. I know somebody else that killed himself, all in tragic circumstances, all in the same industry. And I think we've just got to change this stigma that you can't be depressed and that you can't cry, you can't have emotions, because it's destroying people's lives, and there just shouldn't be. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you get emotional or not. Well, it doesn't make a difference, it just makes you human. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, but, you know, leave a nice comment in the description for anybody that reads it, not me, but just anyone that reads it, and just always ask your mates if they're okay, always be friendly, always be nice, don't judge people if they get upset, don't judge them if they cry, because we're all human. But anyway, back up the top now. Right, you catch me back in the macro on the way back up from the fields again. What have I done today? Pretty much finished my garden, really. Let me just change the gear, make that a bit nicer. Pretty much finished my garden. I've just got to seed it, which I'm going to do in a minute. Picture on screen if you haven't seen it. So I just had to take all of there was a tree that was protruding the boundary line, shall we say, which I cut back, so I've just brought all of that, put that down on the fire. But quite a productive day, obviously not very productive in your eyes. However, tomorrow I've actually got to do some farming, so that's fun. But yeah, quite a good day, nevertheless. Obviously fed and bedded up the cows, but you've seen that a million times, don't bore you. So yeah, that's today really. So I will see you in the morning. Good morning, it is Wednesday, wonderful! Didn't get much done yesterday. Well, I did, but didn't get what I wanted to get done. So, that is what we're doing this morning. Wonderful. Got a roller there. Oh, good. Wonderful. So I just got to shut the gate, which I shall do now. Had a nice bonfire last night, so it smells a bit bonfire-y. Ooh, wonderful. Oh, even more wonderful, the leg off my tripod. Right. So the plan is for today, roll this field. Wonderful, because it's rough. Now I've probably left it a little bit too late. However, I'm going to do it anyway, because it's still soft enough that it's going to make a difference. But it was a bit hit and miss. It was quite a wet patch. I say quite, it was the middle of it was quite wet. So I had to kind of leave that to dry out a little bit. I was going to make more mess than I would have gained. So that's why I'm doing it now. So I'm going to hitch it on now, just behind me there, and then we'll get to it, shall we? So I'll do that quickly. The right bastard this tractor because you can't see the hitch. Just got to go forward a little bit. Oh my god! Well, exciting. The weather's oh, you fucking slag. Oh, I hate it very much. Hate it. Well, forward a little bit this time, not loads, just a little bit, unlike last time when I went too far forward. Oh, is that enough, I wonder? Let's have a look. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep, tiny bit more. Oh, that should be good. Oh, it's fallen off again. Oh, sister. Doesn't help, I smashed this mirror out. Makes it awfully awkward because you can't see. Oh, sister. I fucking hate this. We'll just skip to it, shall we? We'll just skip to me having it on. Because otherwise it's going to get rather long. Roller on, I shall show you, shall I? Roller on. As I was saying, I've smashed this mirror out. which makes hitching stuff up quite difficult. But nevertheless, we continue. Right, I'm going to make a start, and then I'll catch up with you in a bit. Righty-ho, I'm about halfway. I don't know if you can see that well, probably not. But I've done the straight section, so just the two side pieces left. It's going alright. I've left it a little bit late, I think, because it's just a little bit too dry. Only a little bit, not massively too dry, but it is definitely not as soft as I would like. However, it's still putting it down, flattening it out. Might encourage some grass growth, although I'm optimistic about that. I mean, some people say that it does create grass growth, some people say it doesn't. I don't know. But what I do know is it makes it look nice, and it gets rid of all the bumps and lumps and stuff. So I think it's worth it. Whether it actually is worth it is up for debate, I suppose. Like I say, some farmers say that it does encourage grass growth because it almost threatens the grass. You almost like, I don't know, where you run it, it goes into kind of like a flight or fight mode, I suppose, and feels threatened, so it grows. But I don't know whether that's true or not. I don't know, really. But like I say, it's because obviously this field had horses out in it all most of the winter. Made a little bit of a mess, a little bit annoyed about it, but this is getting it a bit better. So I'm going to carry on, and I'll probably just time-lapse a bit of me going up and down for you to see. I haven't got the drone because it's terribly windy, and like I say, the weather is not great. Not really on my side today. However, at least I'm in the tractor, not fencing or something, I don't know, because it's quite cold. Well, it's not actually that cold, it just feels cold because it's been so hot. But nevertheless, I'm going to carry on, and I will report back to you in a bit. Right, guess the name of the song if you haven't already. That's me done in this field. Lovely jubbly. It's very nice. Like I say, a little bit dry, but it's still done it effectively, so it was worth my time. So I am going back up the top now to have some lunch, because it's currently 12:50. Oh shit, driving into a bush. And then I have got to move some stuff around in the barn to get to some hay, so I can deliver some hay, and then also while I'm moving the stuff, it makes it easier to set the barn up for lambing, which I should have done a week ago. Oh well. But yes, pretty good. Pretty good. No major issues. Well, no, a bit boring really, but nothing went wrong for once in my life. The weather's still a bit gloomy. I don't know whether we're going to get any sun today, but beggars can't be choosers, and it's better than raining or wet or whatever. I'll probably leave the roller down here because I've still got a couple of other fields to do, but I'm probably not going to get to them today, I wouldn't have thought. But if I do, that would be good, that would be nice. But anyway, I will see you probably after lunch when we're moving the hay, I suppose. So I'll catch you then. Good morning, it's Thursday and it's a wonderful day. Right, so we are setting up the lambing barn with any luck, me and my mother. So this container that's here, I'm going to try and move closer to the barn to use it as like a wall, but push it up against the post. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but we'll soon find out. And then I'm going to move some bales about, move some other stuff about, give it a clean out, bed it up, get it ready for some sheep. So without further ado, or I don't know how you say that, everyone keeps taking the piss out of me for how I say it, but I don't know. We'll just get into it, shall we? Right, so I was setting up the lambing barn and went to go and check the sheep, as you do, not thinking too much of it. Anyway, loads of them have spat out loads of lambs, like a right annoying bunch of sheep, because truthfully, I'm not ready for them, and it's like 7:30. There's 5 that have lambs, a couple of twins and a couple of singles, I think. So anyway, I'm now running around like a headless chicken, trying to get the rest of the bits together to get the barn ready for them, which obviously isn't always the easiest, especially when it's you're just not prepared, really. I'm not literally not prepared at all. I mean, I was getting it ready. I was thinking, I'll finish getting it ready tomorrow evening, and that'd be good. Or no, not tomorrow evening. See, this is our stress time. Getting it ready tomorrow, and then get them in tomorrow afternoon/evening. But no, plans have changed. And of course, in the greatest fashion, ran out of baby milk, so my sister's had to go and get some of that, because otherwise that would just be another dilemma, considering it's bedtime and he's got no milk to drink. Always good, isn't it? So anyway, I'm just getting this feeder out of here. Look, it's still stuck in here. Bonfire's still burning, that's annoying. So anyway, I'm going to carry on running around like a headless chicken, setting up this barn, and I'll catch up with you when we're getting the sheep in, because I just haven't got the time to be trying to film at the same time at the moment. I was going to make a separate video on getting the barn ready, but that's clearly gone out the window. Trying to make it a bit smarter than I normally do. Oh, bloody hell. Put the spike through the fucking feeder. Right, anyway, I'm going to carry on. I just thought I'd update you, and I will see you in the field when we're getting them in. Right, apologies if you can't see me because it's dark. We're getting the sheep in as we speak. Absolute pain. So we've managed to catch the 5 ewes and lambs in the trailer, which is good. That was a bit of a ball ache. Never in my life have I had to do this, but there we go. And I said last year I was going to be more organised, but I'm not. So we're just getting them in, and then I'll catch up with you in a bit. I've got no lights in the barn because I haven't even sorted that out yet. I need to rewire them because they're shorted out or some shit, I don't know. But anyway, it's, yes, as you can see, very dark and an absolute pain in the arse. Right, they're still walking up. I don't know how well you can see this. There's one there. I've got my sister in front with some food and my mother behind with Ashley, who's my niece, my sister's daughter. So I'm quite glad for the help, to be honest. Like I say, you probably can't even see me. I think you can just about see me if I'm like that. But anyway, I think we're about 100 and... I worked out earlier, 147 days gestation, I think it was. So, I left it a bit late, like most things in my life. I leave too late. But nevertheless, the barn is ish sorted, kind of. Not really, but there we go. It's good enough. Like I say, I was going to do this all tomorrow. But it's all come a bit early. But anyway, we move. There's not that many. I mean, 5 have lambed, and there's about another 35 to go. So not a lot, but nevertheless, still a job. And it's, what's the time? What's that work out? 20 is what? 8 o'clock. So I won't be done till 9:30 probably. And then start the late night check-in, early hours of the morning, and then yeah, It's just fun, isn't it? It's just so wonderful. My partner's put our baby to sleep, I assume, if he's not being a twat. But anyway, we're nearly at the top, and we'll see what they look like in the barn, I suppose. Right, it's Friday. It's quite late. Only just starting Friday because it's been a manic day. However, we have new little lammies. Quite cute. Don't know what they are yet, I'm about to pen them out. But obviously done the sheep barn. It's a bit dark so you can't see the best. Finished sorting this out today, which was quite good. Obviously got them in yesterday, a bit of a mad panicked rush. But they're in, and I've just got to pen this ewe up, and we'll talk about that in a second. Oh well. Right, that's those two penned up. I know you can't see me because it's dark. But now I've just got to spray the umbilical cords. For those of you that aren't from farming backgrounds, carrying the lambs by the two front legs is fine. That's practice, that's how it's done. It doesn't hurt them at all. Just thought I'd clear that up. I use cyclo spray for their cords because why not, basically, which I will do now. Try and do it in the light so you can actually see what I'm doing. Should be able to make it a bit lighter when I edit it. But... So, don't know how well you can see this, but basically, you get the lamb. It's got a little umbilical cord just there. Just give it a good spray. There'll be a separate video on this really, but that's one done. Second one, umbilical cord. Magic. Some people use iodine, but I'll just use cyclo spray because I think it's a bit better. Right, so that's that ewe penned up with her lambs. Umbilical cord sprayed. She's got water, she's got hay. What more could a ewe want, eh? So anyway, that's this lot. There's not that many, but there's enough. Enough to keep you busy, that's for sure. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for this week. Like I say, it's Friday evening, late evening, like night really. Didn't film anything today just because it was just manic. It's just the last 2 days has just been manic. I was meant to be more organised but wasn't, but there you go, we live. So anyway, next week will be a lot better. This week wasn't a bad week, just wasn't much content filmed as such, but we have started lambing and it's going well so far. So anyway, if you did enjoy this video and you want to follow along on the journey, make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and hopefully next week we'll have many, many more lambs. I am going to film Saturday and Sunday the lambing stuff, just to keep everyone in the loop and to do the full experience. And I might go live at some bits, but we'll see. But anyway, leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you on Wednesday. Good. Oh my God. Lambs. What do we put the lambs in when they're born?
Food.
No. Pens. What do you need to build pens?
Food.
No. What's that? What's that metal thing over there? What's that called?
Gate.
No, next to it.
Hurdle.
Just pull. Yeah, hurdles. Just pull. Let me film your mother being a retard. Oh, she's finally opened the gate. Do you think your mum's a retard?
Yes.
Yeah. Click that top box.
But who holds the camera?
Me. Yeah.
Because you do YouTube, so I think to do it to you.